evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome to episode 55 of the LegacyKnitz podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I'm the daughter.
I'm the mother.
I'm coming
slash
grandmother. I'm coming to you from Burlington, Vermont.
Vernon, Connecticut.
And that's our spiel. It's been a little bit longer than 2 weeks since the last time we spoke to you because last week was a little bit busy. Justin and I traveled down to Connecticut to spend time with Mom and Dad and everybody, Justin's family, and
it was so amazing.
It was a really, really fun visit. It just felt like I had been aching to be down there and be poolside and just like have that time. So I feel like it was just perfect because it had been so long since we've done that. It's been since last year.
Yeah, I feel like you guys haven't been home in a while, and then Benny and Kristin came, and then Jacob got back, and I love when we plan it, and we've been doing that, like, so that everyone is together, which is so fun, because we can't do that in Vermont yet, because of Isabel is just, if we're there, Jacob has to be here, and if Jacob's there, we have to be here at right now. It's heaven. And really, even Ben, like you guys, like you didn't go visit with friends this time. You just spent time with Justin's family and then us. And it was so much fun. But it's killing me. Like, I'm missing all of you so much. Poor Ben. I just keep texting him. I miss you. It was such a great weekend. He doesn't even respond anymore.
Oh,
what a great weekend. No answer. He's kind of tired of it.
God, it was fun though.
It was so fun. It was super, like, we also were really committed to getting things done, which we always say we're going to do things and we don't do anything. And we did everything. We worked on Friday. We got all the advent calendars out the door, and even Justin helped us. There was some issues around that, but he tried really hard. No, he was such a huge help. He's like, what? I thought it was fun.
He's smiling.
No, we had so much fun putting them together. What a difference having people there helping was amazing. Amazing, because there was all these triple checks, you know, and then I would forget a whole, like we had the boxes everywhere and we had like a parade going around like bing, 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 bing. And then, like, I forgot, like, I'm like, oh my God, I have 5 left. Forgot a whole area. Then when Justin was like, oh, I have 4 left. I'm like, so it was so much fun. So those are out the door, which is so amazing. And probably people have already started receiving them, which makes me so happy.
Yeah, because you shipped them 2 days ago. So they should be at least starting to arrive.
Yeah, let me talk about the postman coming. He was not happy.
Well,
I guess Dad was upstairs because, you know, so Dave's office is above the garage, which is your old room. So Dad's up there and the guy is like sputtering and muttering. And I knew he was there, so I wasn't going to like go anywhere near the door. I was like, no way. Wasn't our regular guy. Wouldn't have mattered. So then he calls into the post office. Yeah. Well, there's 50 boxes here. And they were like, yeah, did you get the note? Yeah, but I didn't read it. I thought it was envelopes. He sputtered. Dad was cracking up. He took them all away. I'm so afraid of our regular guy. I'm so afraid of.
But that's what I don't understand. Like, if it can all fit in the truck, which it always does, then why are they...
Well, he had to do some real work to make, because that was a lot of boxes. I posted the picture. It was a lot of boxes, and they were smaller than last year's.
Yeah.
He was not happy. Thank God I saw him and thought, oh, don't go anywhere near that door. Like, I was literally running around, you know, Christmas with the cranks. I was doing a Christmas with the cranks.
Give us Frosty.
I was doing that. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so afraid. But having said that, we have had a few questions surrounding the boxes. A few, I think 1 or 2. People were concerned about opening them and seeing the skeins. No, you will not see the skeins. They are all individually wrapped in brown, so you cannot see through them, and they are all numbered. So it is safe to open the boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you to everybody, because this year, I mean, last year was a success too, but I feel like this year was even, it keeps getting better and better.
Yeah. And I have to say, and I've said this several times now in different areas, having a whole year of dyeing under my belt, I'm so excited about this year's. There was some tonal solids last year, which I think you need, but this year I chose to have none. There's some new neutrals, which are exciting, but not many. There's a lot of just with lots of color. And I even hid yours. Like you saw them a couple times, like in pictures, but I wanted you to be surprised every day.
Yes, yes, and I feel like I definitely will be, because even in the pictures, like, I don't know which one's which, or like I couldn't pick them out of a lineup. I mean, I could because I know you're dying, but yeah.
So excited about them. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. They should all be in their homes within the week. I think I only had a few Canadians, which may take a little longer, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah, so we can start to get excited for the holidays even earlier than normal. Which
I know. I didn't even think of this, but people are like, how am I going to wait till December 1st? It's super tempting. But wait. It'll be worth the wait. It really will.
It'll be worth every day that you have to wait.
Yeah, I just needed to. They were actually all done before we even advertised. Mm-hmm. With everything we have coming up, they needed to get done. So.
Sorry. Yes. It was a very successful advent calendar.
Yes.
So, I'm trying to think of what else can we fill them in? Like, what, the last 2.5 weeks? What has been going on?
I know. I feel like it's been busy. You had a very successful appointment today.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So, yep, the baby is very good. She is incredibly healthy. She's bigger than average. So I guess the average is about 10 ounces. She's 14 right now. So now I'm mentally preparing to have a massive watermelon shoot out of my body. Not just a small cantaloupe.
No. If history means anything, you will have rather large babies.
Which I'm okay with.
It's okay.
It was fun and reassuring to hear her weight and to see her move nonstop. I thought I was going to be able to post like a full body picture of her, like on Instagram, like the really cute ones that you see, but she was just not having it. She was laying on her side, and then she was kicking her legs up, and then her arms were all in her face, but it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my whole life. I think probably for Justin too. We were both in awe. So
it's so nice that he's able to go with you every time. That's super nice. I know Dad wasn't able to all the time, but yeah, so fun.
Yeah. So yeah, she is doing great. Everything is developing beautifully. I can show a picture of, I won't show the pictures. They're like, you won't be able to tell what they are anyway. But we have like a couple of her footprint, a couple of her arm, and one of them looks like she's flipping the bird, which is really cool. Proud of her for that. I like it.
Oh my goodness. I know. And it's really interesting because I don't see you that much. The time is flying by. I think if I saw you like on a weekly basis, it would feel like different. I feel like your pregnancy is going to be a blink of an eye. Really, truly.
Yeah, I even feel so I'm officially halfway. Today is my 5-month mark, or my 20 week. So I am officially halfway through, and it feels like I'm just getting started. Like I don't know, I keep comparing it to like planning a wedding, and because our wedding took 2 full years to plan, this 9-month thing, I'm like, what do you mean I only have 4 more months? Like, I'm so used to having as much time as you decide you want to prepare for something.
It never fails.
Always. This is 6 o'clock this time.
It's usually 7, but we cannot afford 7 because it's getting dark so early.
It's crazy.
Dark so early. All right, let's talk knitting.
Let's talk knitting.
You have been knitting a lot.
I have, and now that it's like time to show things, I'm like, what have I been knitting on? I don't even remember.
I know. I feel like you've been knitting a lot. I, on the other hand, have not. But show us. I do have some.
Okay. Should I? Well, I'll start with the baby knits to kind of segue out of the baby conversation. So I only have one more sleeve left on my Flax light, which I don't know what's taking me so long. It's just kind of lingering. But yeah, it's a little.
So sweet.
Thank you. I think this is my favorite one that I've knit so far. I think probably combination of the yarn. So I'm knitting it out of Legacy Fiber Arts, Cozy Toes, which is our cashmere base, in the macaroon colorway, which which Mom dyed. Yeah.
I dyed all the neutrals.
They're my favorite. Honestly, like I think I have another. Actually, maybe I don't. I might need to have you dye me another one out of another color and make like the next size up. Because I want her to have one all the time.
I love the neutrals. I have so much fun dyeing them because they're pretty quick to dye. The process I use is pretty quick. And I did all the neutrals yesterday, maybe. Actually, I did all the steel toes. So I've done them in steel toe and cozy toes for needles up.
They're awesome. So yeah, if you're going, you'll get a chance to get your hands on some. But yeah, I love knitting with this colorway because you get these beautiful like peach pops, and then there's a really pale purple that runs through it, and then pink, and it's
so subtle. Even when you're dyeing them, you're like, oh, can I even see this?
Mm-hmm.
But they're so subtle. Can I tell you, I have never knit with our cozy toe. And I cannot even tell you, I'm scanning it up. It is so plump. Mm-hmm. It is so, I pull it off the rack and it's like, whoa, I've got to knit something with it.
Yes, you definitely should. It's beyond beautiful to knit with, and it's so soft, like even like to be against her face and against her skin, like I don't worry about any irritation. Like it's just I think it's beautiful. I love our cashmere base, and I love the sweater too. It's just like a really simple raglan. I mean, I have a project page, so you can go there for all of the details, but yeah.
You're so good at that. There's really literally no hope for me in that area. There really isn't. I believe there's no hope.
That's okay. I mean, not everybody does them. I found a rhythm with it now where I didn't before, but now I.
And you know what it is? I know how valuable they are, but I would never, ever think to go to a Ravelry page.
See,
and that's the difference, I think. You do.
Mm-hmm. When I was knitting my parachute, or I still am, who am I kidding? It's still on the needles. But there's
Look at how tiny that is when you folded it up. Oh my gosh, it's like a little tiny thing.
It's like a little pillow.
I know.
But yeah, when I was knitting my parachute, there's a really tricky part where you attach 2 pieces, and I really needed to do a lot of research on Ravelry pages. So
I think it's amazing. I'm too lazy. Like, oh gosh, no, I'll just stop knitting it. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just lazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think if I used them that way, I would be driven to create them.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's nice too because of the podcast. Like when we talk about a project, if there is like an issue area, I can say like, I put my notes there. I don't know.
Yeah, you're carrying me on this, and I'm okay with it.
I'm happy to do it.
It's okay. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is adorable. I do have baby knits, but I can't share those.
Show them.
I do have knitting, unfortunately, that I cannot show, but I also have some I can show. Keep going. So this is our Needles Up colorway, which I am really happy with the way it's knitting up because the purples are turning into pinks, really. And I'm really loving these plain vanilla sock. This is a pair for Graham's box of socks. 64 stitches. That's kind of my go-to size, 1.5 US. Hayas. Love, love, love. Oh, look at me. I'm totally off the screen. Love, love, love them. They're my favorite needles when it comes to sock knitting. This was very little knitting time. Very little. I find because I don't have a lot of time to knit lately, I'm knitting faster. Like, because when I actually get to, I'm like, I can't put it down. So I'm going to finish this. I thought I would finish it today in between cooling pots, but then I did something else instead, which I'll show next.
Okay.
That's that.
I love that colorway and feel like I need to grab a skein or two in cashmere so that I can make her.
Oh, it'd be so sweet.
That color with like a nice light pink bow.
Yes, I did not dye this in cashmere. I only did it in steel toe, but I will get you some. For the event, I only did steel toe because I wanted to I did over 100 of them, I'm pretty sure. But I'll dye up a batch.
The perks of having a mother as one of the best dyers in the whole world.
Well, thank you. I feel the same. Like whenever you have colorways, it's like, oh my God, I want that one, and that one. I know. So yeah, I've been working on that. I think socks. I go between socks and mindless worsted weight projects for when I need to just decompress.
Yeah.
There's not having as much knitting time as I'm used to really messes with me.
It's really challenging because you come to rely on that de-stressing motion, and the minute it's taken away, it's like your body has to readjust and how it copes with that.
Yes, and I try to... She's barking.
Oh.
I try to knit a little in between dyeing. Like I try to get some in during the day, but lately I'm like nose to the grindstone.
Well, hopefully after Needles Up, we'll have a lot of knitting time.
There will be a major knitting time in there.
Yeah.
What else are you working on?
Well, I'll continue on with the vanilla sock train. I'm still working on my pair of vanilla socks for Graham. Knit out of Jumpin' Jellyfish. One of the first ones. This isn't the final rendition of it, but
I wish I had taken a picture because I made a pair of monkey socks with Jumpin' Jellyfish and gave them to Kristin for her birthday.
Oh,
I used different color. I used purple for the heels and toes. And why didn't I take a picture of those?
Why do I feel like you showed them last time? Or maybe it was just when we were FaceTiming together.
I don't remember. That was a finished object I had this week, and I just remembered something else I'm working on.
Ooh. Did you want to finish talking about this?
Keep going. I totally interrupted you.
Oh, no, that's okay. I didn't know if it was like something like super...
No.
So I'm on my second sock right now, and it's super fun. I just have been distracted with another project, which we will talk about later. Mom already knows what that is. But I'm doing Haya Sharps Magic Loop US size 1.5, which is 2.5 millimeter. And it's so funny. So when Justin knits his socks, he also knits in the same way with just one needle size up. And there have been so many times where he finishes the gusset and he keeps knitting. And then it gets to the toe and he doesn't remember to switch the needles. So many times. So I kind of started learning from him. And now when I'm done with the gusset, I turn my needles right away. I don't know if everybody does that and I'm just like totally behind in learning that trick, but...
It's so smart because you get rid of your stitch markers. You don't need those anymore. I don't ever do it that... Look, I don't do it that way.
I just started.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. So for anybody that knits socks and have accidentally closed a toe vertically instead of... This is a fun trick. And I'm really enjoying knitting it this way because, I don't know, I just am. No.
Yeah. I feel like it takes that step away that you always know is almost there.
Yeah.
So I realized that I have been knitting a lot and I couldn't figure out what the heck I've been working on. Wait till you see this. Totally forgot. And I knit a ton on it. Totally forgot because, of course, I put it away.
Mm-hmm.
So I started this, believe it or not, last weekend. No, last week. Did I work on this the weekend while you were here?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, I am in love with this knit. I kind of had to like put it in a little rest because I'm struggling with the brioche on the ends.
That one looks really good, though.
I know. That's what happens when you rest them. Sometimes they fix themselves when they're in the bag.
Yeah. It's like Mary Poppins' bag.
Even this one isn't horrible. I don't know. I honestly think I worked on it too long. I was staring at it and staring at it and staring at it. But anyways, this shawl, I will say, I think is one of my favorite shawl patterns. Really, truly. It is so enjoyable to work on. It works up so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm using the steel toes and it's not as plump as the cashmere. I wish I did it in cashmere because it's a little smaller and I love a huge shawl. Having said that, I haven't blocked it.
Well, and it's going to be a gift, so you never know. Nancy might prefer a smaller shawl. What's going on?
She's literally talking to me and wants to get up. So I'm back. So anyways, it flies off your needles. I think it is gorgeous. So the colorways are, it's a girl. Grey Gardens is the gray. It's a girl. What did I end up calling this one?
Did you name it?
I did. In my head, I did. I don't know. Winterfell. Winterfell is one of my favorite neutrals. It will enter the neutral line soon.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little more time consuming than my other neutrals, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And this combination is crazy.
Well, and I remember you were really questioning using the It's a Girl and the turquoise for the brioche, but I think it is perfect.
I love it. I love brioche. I love brioche. I love doing it. I feel like I've really mastered it even when I drop a stip or two. That's like stitch and slip together. I think it's a brilliant pattern. Having said that, I am joining in on Stephen West's Mystery Knit Along. That's coming up.
I didn't know that.
Are you going to?
I can't. Because, well, for a couple of reasons. I have a really big West Knits project already on my needles. And we're going to be doing a knit along with another West Knits pattern that I'd like to participate in. So I think I'm
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
doing it.
That's okay.
I'm doing it because I'm so mad I didn't do the meandering. Even though I'm working on it, I wanted the thrill of the mystery knit.
The Marled Magic.
Yes, Marled Magic. Mm-hmm. I have a meandering over there that I also put down.
You got to pick that back up. But anyway, that is beautiful. And I wouldn't even worry about the size because this is a gift for Aunt Nancy, right?
It is. It is. I mean, I still have a long way to go. It's not teeny by any means.
No.
But it is smaller than mine that's finished. I kind of want this one. I might keep them both.
It's going to block out pretty big, too.
I love it. I forgot I was even working on it. This is why I don't use project bags.
Because they're hidden, out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm. I love them. Like, I love this project bag. And I was carrying it everywhere with me, but then I put it in and totally forgot I was working on it.
Yeah, because I think that was right about where you were when we left.
Yeah. I stopped.
Yeah.
I stopped. All right, that's that. So I did do more, and I still have one other thing. I've been knitting a lot.
I was going to say, you're on a roll.
Not really. Hardly at all.
Kind of.
What else do you have, my dear?
So I have a half-finished object. These are Mina Phillip's Central Park socks out of our Kirk colorway.
I have to make those.
It is, like, I can't wait to cast. I really want to finish this vanilla sock first before I cast on the other one. Just because I want to be able to say that I've finished something, because I haven't finished something in so long.
I totally get that.
Yeah, and I have so much on the needles right now, so I want to just start slowly chipping away. But I can't wait to get the next stock on the needles, because the pattern is so much fun.
It's gorgeous. I should have done that for these.
I told you.
I know, and I was so lazy.
You were dying for a vanilla sock. Whatever, it's fine.
I'll do another one. I'm dying to do the mayor socks. Maybe that's what I'll do for those.
That would be beautiful. Well, and I'm knitting this out of our cashmere base, and let me tell you, it's like we've talked about our cashmere base at length during this episode, but there's something about it is just so much fun.
They look so squishy soft.
They are. And so there is nylon in it. It's not nearly as much as our steel toe base, but I know Graham, and she doesn't walk around in bare feet. So, like, she will have this on plus her slide-on slippers or something like that. So I'm not super worried about them wearing holes or anything.
I think they'll wear pretty strong too. They're made to make socks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is like a lot of people use them for socks. I have got to cast them on.
Well, I want a pair of this pattern in our cashmere base for me now. I'm like, shoot, I want these, but they're going to Graham. They're totally going to Graham. I'm going to be good. And also I feel like I've said this in previous episodes, but this colorway I can't get enough of. It's just like look.
Is that Kirk?
Yes.
I should definitely be dyeing Kirk for Needles Up.
Absolutely. I know whenever I've posted things about this, people have definitely been asking. So yeah, it's so fun because, like, you're constantly getting a new pop of color, and all the pops are so clean and, like, I don't know.
It cracks me up because the whole reason that's Kirk is because Kirk always is changing jobs. He's always like, he's busy all the time. And that's what I thought of when I was dyeing that, like every color possible. And I remember the first skein I did, I thought, oh, wow, I don't know about this. And then I was really happy with it. But I haven't seen them. Have I? I feel like I've knit with it, but I don't remember. Maybe not.
I don't know, but if you haven't, you should. And so should everybody else that can get their hands on a skein, because it is so much fun to knit with. Yeah. I knit this in Magic Loop. I believe the pattern is written for Magic Loop, but you might also be able to customize it to DPNs. I'm not 100% sure.
You can anything.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the stitch count. You know how sometimes that gets wonky?
Yeah, I bet you it's fine.
I'm like 99% sure that it also says, like, for DPNs, do this way. But I love Magic Loop, and especially for this pattern, it really worked up nicely with the Magic Loop.
I love Magic Loop. You're making me want to sit here and knit with my Magic Loop.
So yeah, and like we said previously, Mina is just an excellent pattern writer. So I would even
Yes.
whole collection, because she has I'll put the title of the collection on the screen because I don't know it exactly.
I think it's the New York City sock collection. She was putting out one a month. Is it brilliant idea? Brilliant idea.
And each pattern is like, I can't wait to just work my way through all of them, because they're all equally beautiful, and I'm sure equally as fun to knit.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it's super cool. So that was my other sock whip.
Love it. Okay, so I've been working on my Rhinebeck sweater. It's amazing. So I'll do a quick refresher of what the sweater is. It's the Ice Shanty.
I cannot wait to see that finished.
I can't either. I have a lot of it done. I have both the backs, which are gigantic. Then I made, this is so bizarre. This construction, I have no idea. The pocket. Look at, It's a real pocket.
I'm so baffled about it too, though. You have me just like scratching my head because I have no idea how it's going to.
Okay, so it's a pocket. And then it's a neck. This is the neck. This is the right neck. So I think somehow I'm going to sew this. I just started this. This is, look at, do I look ridiculous?
It looks like an evening gown where it's like that really pretty neckline.
Yeah, and I don't know. This is the other side. I don't know. There's a seam. Then the back is humongous and the back drape's really low. And then the construction is so overwhelming for me. And it's because I'm trying to read ahead. And I am one that says, don't read ahead. Just do what it says. Just keep, okay, now I'm supposed to do this. Now I'm supposed to do that. It's going to be fantastic. Look at the size of this ball.
It's huge.
I could look at this all day long.
It's literally the size of your head when you turn it that way.
It is. It is.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, it's gigantic. But that's my gorgeous Stanwood
Ball winder.
I cannot even tell you. First of all, I am shocked at how inexpensive it is for what it is. It's amazing. If you don't have one, run to Amazon right now and order one. Stanwood. It's amazing. It's my favorite. So anyways, this is my Rhinebeck sweater. All I have left, well, I have this half, but I'm going to knit a lot tonight. Okay, and I'm going to share my needles. They are the Lick. They're called Lick needles. I know for sure. I talked to Molly.
Okay, so then
Molly said there was a Norwegian podcaster that, wait, maybe it's Licky. I just was supposed to remember the lick part. Okay, she said it, Licky, and I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, I heard the podcaster.
And it probably sounded so beautiful coming out of Molly's mouth.
It did. It didn't sound like lick. So I think it's Licky. Okay. I'm using those needles. For this sweater, worsted weight, Targhee is what I'm using. These are the most gorgeous needles in the world. The point is beautiful. The smoothness is beautiful. I am not a wooden needle girl at all. I love them. I can't say I want to knit a pair of socks with them. I don't know that I would like them. I want metal. I want speed. I would knit a shawl where you're using a bigger size needle for a finer yarn, like the Exploration Station at the beginning. That was very slippery. I never use those words. It was. So Licky is what I am now here to give you the perfect pronunciation for anyone that's been questioning how it's pronounced. And if it's wrong, it's totally Molly who told me this. Molly's like, oh, Sue, it's not that.
Under the bus.
Sorry, Molly. I just threw you right under the bus. Anyways, I'm super happy with it. Let's hope all these pieces go together.
They will.
And then I have to, I have to seam this, and it has to be perfect. It's right down the front. I can do it.
Just, put all of your, ooh. Oh, we're still here. I just hit the mouse. Just put all of your energy towards that one seam, and then when you get to the back and sides, whatever. Just put it.
I can do it. I'm going to do the mattress stitch. Pretty sure, I think. I can do it. And then I don't know if I pick up the sleeves. I don't think the sleeves are very long, but I've got this. Okay, so after I finish, don't I sound like I have no clue. After I finish this, I am going to do the cowl.
Yeah.
So the cowl in the front is really big, and then the back it's really little. It's so bizarre. I think I can show you. What's that?
Makes sense because it's really drapey in the front, so it must fit.
I think it's okay to show you all the pieces.
Yeah, they don't know. So, yeah. I've never put together a sweater.
I find it a challenge, and it's a challenge I enjoy. Look at me. I've got knitting thrown all over my body right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope it's done. I will be wearing it at Rhinebeck on Saturday if it's chilly. It's going to be warm if it's not chilly out. Um, I don't know. I love it. I'm so afraid though. I'm going to get it all done and it's going to look like wonky and awful. And I'm going to be like, darn it, not wearing this one.
No, it won't. It won't.
But look at this pocket.
It's super cool, and I think I understand the construction of how that's going to, like, it's exactly like you had it. It's just connecting to that top. There's nothing.
I feel like there could have been a better way, though. Like I don't know. What do I know? Nothing.
Well, I don't know if you've ever knit anything other than the Wallaby sweater with a, yeah, so, and that construction is so genius to me.
Me too.
They use the whole front as, like, the back.
Me too. And this, I created the entire pocket. It's a sleeve I created.
Yeah, it's very different.
I love it. That's that. That's all the knitting I have.
That's a lot of knitting, though.
It is a lot of knitting. Well, no, and there's more that I cannot share.
Exactly. You've been a fiend.
I have been a fiend.
Slammed my knee. So, the very last thing I have to show is my biggest project on the needles right now.
Oh, this is amazing.
And I blame Molly for this in the most loving way possible.
It's totally her fault. She keeps insisting I have to make one.
Well, you do.
I want to make one for the fun of the knit. I'm not sure I would like it on me.
You know, just have me pick out the colors and then I'll wear it.
Yeah, right? But you won't need to. Oh my gosh. You just started that on Sunday? Saturday. You started it here Saturday night, I think.
Saturday night, yeah, that sounds right. So I blame Molly because we were. So I was saying we were FaceTiming with Molly, which was so much fun because we've chatted here and there on Instagram, not a super ton. And every time I watch her podcast, I feel like we're best friends, or like I know her. So to actually be able to like chat with her was really, really fun. And I'm really looking forward to Rhinebeck even more now because we'll get to have some more of those moments. But so within that chat, she was like, I can't believe you're not knitting one. And I literally said to her, I can't believe I'm not knitting one either. And I knew I was going to be enabled by her when I saw her starting to knit it. I was just trying desperately to hold off. But then after she said that, I was like, well, this is what I'm going to do today.
Game on.
Yeah, game on. So I'm knitting a Penguono. And if you guys do not watch Molly's podcast, somehow you live under a rock or something. I mean, that's possible. But you should definitely run and watch her podcast because her knitting will make your fingers itch to knit.
I agree.
She is just one of those people, and I've commented on her pictures before, where like her influence on me is almost unhealthy because I cannot live.
We're probably going to have to split you up during the Rhinebeck experience.
You have to be productive, then it might be a smart choice. So anyway, I cast on a Penguono after we went, and I got some licky needle.
Licky.
Weird.
It is licky. I know it. She told me.
I believe you 100%. It just sounds so like weird and like gross coming out of my mouth. So anyway, I'm knitting this with licky needles, and
Are you liking them?
I'm loving them. Yeah. I mean, their size US 10.5, which is a 6.5 millimeter. I'm really, really, really liking them, but I can't say that if I was knitting with any other size 10.5 wood needles that I would know the difference.
Mm-hmm. I think with what you're working on, like I always think of the drag on a needle when you're working on like finer yarn and you're doubling fingering weight. I think it'd be incredibly slippery at that size.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally happy that I'm using these. That wooden needles was the move for this project. But as far as comparing them to other wooden needles, I don't know that there's that big of a difference that I would know. Like, could I be knitting with Knitters
British Pride?
I mean, like, I don't know that I would know the difference, other than the join is amazing. And these are interchangeables.
That's good, because the join is not always amazing. Now tell me this, are they at 10.5s? Are you finding them to be sharp?
Yes. Yeah.
Because sometimes at 10.5s, they can get duller.
I mean, they're certainly not as sharp as probably the size that you're using. But when you think of large wooden needles, they're definitely like up to par, I would say.
Yeah. Okay, so show us.
So I'm knitting the Penguono, and the knit is obsessive. And everything, go back and watch Molly's podcast where she talks about how this is a lot like the Marled Magic shawl, because she is so dead on with everything that she says. Right when you're getting sick of doing one stitch, you go to the next one, and then you go to the next one, and then you pick a new color, and then it just, I don't even know how I got this far. It just happens.
You just started that, and you're working, although you did have a 4-hour car ride. That's helpful.
I did, but you want to know what? I don't knit a ton during that car ride anymore because I have Romo in my lap. And then, like, Justin and I play trivia to try and make the time go by faster. So I would say I probably knit collectively an hour and a half.
Yeah, I get antsy on that ride. Even I don't, like, I start looking at my phone, or, yeah, I get antsy too.
Yeah, you need distractions. Otherwise, it's just like, but so yeah, this is the back. This is the back panel. And this is
so show us the welts, because that's the whole reason I want to knit that.
I know. So first, I'll just tell you the colorway that I'm using. This is pretty much all Legacy Fiber Arts, because I'm, of course, inspired by Molly, who's knitting it out of all Homespun House.
Yeah, she was questioning whether or not you were using 100%. And I was like, well, some of the welts. She was like, what?
I know. It's only 2 of the welts. All of the other ones are going to be Legacy Fiber Arts.
I told her that. I said, you tried.
I tried. And that'll be it. But anyway, so this colorway is Winterfell, which I'm obsessed with, like, to an unhealthy degree, because look at all of the different, you can see the light pink shade with like the dark black specks. And then there's this beautiful mint that runs through it. I am obsessed. I love it.
That colorway will come out, because they weren't exclusive colorways.
Right.
When I did the game of, I don't know when they will come out, but it will come out, because it's a great neutral. It really is such a versatile color. So, and I know everybody got it that wanted it.
Yeah.
For the Game of Thrones, because there was enough of them, so that I feel like to release it after that is okay. But yeah, I love it.
It's beautiful. I love it so much. And then, okay, so
look at those. They're just so squishy.
It's so much fun to knit too. At first, there was definitely a learning curve. I was doing something so stupid. I don't even know what I was like. And the construction of it, I was like totally fudging. And then I realized, like, oh, Chelsea, there's such an easy way to do that. It would be.
I did them on something once, and remember thinking they were so cool. I have no idea how to do them anymore.
It's cool. You basically just like knit flat for 8 to 10 rows, and then you just like pick up a stitch at the beginning and you knit it into the next stitch. I mean, without being too detailed, just because it'll come off convoluted and confusing if I try and explain it. But they are super fun to knit. I only have one more to knit right now. But so these 2 colors are the ones, the pink and the yellow, that aren't Legacy Fiber Arts. And it was just basically so that I could, because yes, I could dye these 2 colors, but I didn't want to have to dye 2 skeins of yarn to keep going with the knit. So Mom gave me this unicorn tail, and it is Edison Bulb. It's a Madeline Tosh unicorn tail. And then this one was unlabeled. It was just a skein that you had floating around.
I think that is Malabrigo sock in a bright pink. I forgot the name of it. I'm pretty sure I've made mittens and socks out of it, and it was one of my favorite colors for a while. It's pinker than it's showing up. Yeah,
it's definitely pink. Like it's a deep pink.
Yeah.
And then this is a colorway that I dyed up for a test knit that I did. It's not It's not named or anything, but it is Legacy Fiber Arts. I was gonna say something and I can't remember. Oh, so when I don't know how I feel about these three colors together. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't do like a lighter pink here instead of the blue. I don't know why. I don't love the blue.
It's fun.
But it is, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not super worried about it. And then, so I went on to the back side here, and here I'm alternating with Winterfell is the gray stripe, It's a Boy is the blue stripe, and this is already done. This section is done. And then I also am using some of this neutral mohair that I found, just to soften it up and almost like, I don't know if you can even tell.
You can. The construction on this thing makes me crazy. Like, it makes me want to cast it on right now.
And it's so easy. It doesn't look easy, but it's so easy. So yeah, now I'm on the other side. I'm doing literally the exact same thing, just on the other side. These are the two welts that I've knit so far. The green was dyed by you. I don't know. Did we ever name your lime green?
I think it's key lime pie.
Key lime pie.
Maybe not. I don't know.
We'll call it key lime pie. And then this one is just another colorway that I dyed up for that test knit.
So pretty.
Yeah, just a turquoise. It's nothing too crazy, and then after this, what was I going to do after this? I don't remember. Hi, Mikey. Ron was just looking up at me like I'm crazy. I can't remember where I was going to go next with this, but maybe orange?
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think it might have been orange that I was going to do, and that's over on the table. But, so yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm hoping to get my last well and maybe this section done on the opposite side so I can move on to a totally new section tomorrow.
You're flying.
It's hard not to fly on
It feels like that. It feels like kind of the Marled Magic shawl, which I am dying to pull mine out again, dying to. We were supposed to do that this weekend, and we didn't get to that because I have no idea where I'm sure I can figure it out, but yeah. It's calling my name like you can't believe.
I believe it. I believe it 100%. When I was knitting that, you couldn't stay away from me. Like, all of the normal people that we hang out with up here, so like Ben, Steve, Kristin, they all knew on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, whatever day it was that the clue came out, like, Chelsea's not doing anything.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I am dying to work on it. Yeah. I am dying to work on, so my cozy memory blanket is screaming at me. My crochet blanket is screaming at me. It's like,
I know. Well, especially now that the weather's getting so cool at night.
It is, although I'm having a really hard time with yarn drying because the sun hasn't been out and then it's been cold and it's like, oh, it's finally today. We got some good, this room was heating up with the sun coming in, so.
You'll have to put the space heaters in there.
I know, I don't, well, I really should have turned the heat on last night, which is ridiculous. But it would have helped. But I think they're pretty much dry, so I can do all the labeling and tagging tomorrow. So should we talk about the dyeing?
Yeah.
Did you finish all your knitting?
Yeah. I think so.
Talk about the cow first.
We are excited to be hosting an eyeball shawl knit along with Trish from the KnitTraders local yarn shop up in Ontario, Canada. And it's running from September 15th to November 15th. You can either knit the Eyeball Shawl by Stephen West or the Oracle Shawl by Kristin of the Yarngasm podcast. And for any other details, go down into the show notes and they'll all be there for you.
We did, if you live in the Canada area and you go to the shop, we did make a handful of kits for them along with another group of dyers. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure they're not online. I'm sure it's if you live near the area or you're vacationing near the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know when she's going to be putting them for sale or any of that, but yeah. Yeah.
So you are going to do the eyeball shawl. I do not think I'm going to join in on the knit along because I know I will not be able to finish either one.
Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, like, I'm going to cast it on. There's a very good chance that I won't finish it, but I figure I've been wanting to knit one, and
well, I think that's the piece. Like, I know you've been dying to make the eyeball shawl, and the eyeball shawl is not one of my favorites. However, when it is on, I think it is really cool, but I look at the amount of knitting in it, and right now, holy cow. And the other part is I want to join Stephen West on his mystery knit along.
It'll be good. We'll be westing along.
Yeah.
And actually, ironically enough, I'm 99% sure that Kristin is hosting a West Knits knit along. So, and I should say that too, like double dip, triple dip, as many times as this project into other knit alongs, do it.
Absolutely. I am intrigued by both of the shawls, and I will probably someday make one or both.
So it should be fun.
But let's face it, I have a baby to knit for and a baby shower to prepare for. I must know my limits.
I'm also going to start knitting the building blocks baby blanket eventually when I get a few things off of my needles.
I cannot wait for you to knit that.
I think it's going to be beautiful. Come on then.
I think it is too. I definitely think it is. So that will be fun, and we will have prizes for that. We will determine those as time goes on for that. Hey, Mr. Romy.
Grandma, who's this?
Hi. Oh, I miss him. We had all the dogs here this weekend, which was amazing. I think Isabel misses them.
Oh, she probably does. That was her tribe for the weekend.
She was in heaven having them all. Kristin brought her dog, and then Mr. Romy was here, and Isabel, and they had a ball together.
No, they really did have so much fun.
They did. It worked wonderfully.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any more knitting?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, I'm going to give glimpses of what I've been doing. I have been dyeing nonstop to prepare for Needles Up, which we are going to talk a smidge about Needles Up as far as game strategies for Needles Up, because there are a few. But today and yesterday, I dyed up, and I want to show these because these has such a short run, and they are being brought to Needles Up. So they are the baby colorways. And I did one little teeny update when you announced you were pregnant, and I haven't put them in the world since. So this is Basie. This is before you knew if it was a boy or a girl. And then this is It's a Girl, which I now want to call Lady Z.
Either one.
I know. And then this is It's a Boy. And they're very standard baby colors, which I tend to like, with some real subtleties in them. So these will be there in DK and steel toe, not DK, cashmere and steel toe. So cozy and steel, possibly a few wait, there are DK plus DK.
Perfect. So cozy, steel, and DK.
Yes, I think the fumes are really starting to get to me. So anyways, so today was the baby colors. I was also working on Halloween colors. I am going to bring the Nightmare collection because I love our Nightmare collection. I'm really happy with it. I love dyeing it. There's something about it. They're one of my favorite colorways, the four of them, to dye. I don't know why. Like, certain colors I do not like to dye, and others I love. So I'm loving dyeing those. Mm-hmm. So I want to kind of fill people in on Needles Up. We did this on Periscope this morning, but that's such a handful of people, that see that. I have to get, the first thing I want to do is the confusion about where it is. I think because of the wording of the place, people feel like it's part of a hotel or an inn, and it's not. It's a freestanding building. Oh, and Andy told me where it was. It doesn't matter. It's on our website. We are very clear as to where it is and directions to get there. So this is on www.needlesup.com. Just so be very aware of, it's in a conference center. It's freestanding. It's affiliated with a hotel, so that created the confusion, I think. So that's point number one. Then, we've been spending a lot of time, the three of us, trying to like figure out, because we know the space is a little smaller. We know parking's going to be an issue. We know this. So we want it to be the best experience possible. Keeping in mind it's our first year, so there will be glitches. So please be kind. That's all we're going to say. However, so what we talked about this morning was there's a good chance there's going to be lines to get in because only a certain amount of people can get in at a time. So this is something we've processed a lot as far as we have no idea. We have no history. We know nothing as far as numbers, but we're thinking there's a strong possibility of lines. So what we have done is we have secured some amazing people to help us with those lines. And I feel so lucky and I'm so grateful to this handful of people who I will share with you. I said on Periscope this morning, I don't like to be I'm not typically a name dropper, but I feel like this is really important information for people to have because we want the experience outside the event to be as good as inside the event. And so we have Melissa, Spicy Homemaker, came forward and said, "Can I help you?" And we're like, "Yes, you can." So she is going to be outside with the crowd. And Andy and I have been coming up with fun giveaways and things like that. And these are part of our giveaway are a bunch of mini skeins of Woodland Shenanigans. I may throw different ones in there too. But Melissa is going to wander around and do trivia and just make it fun. And so then we thought, well, who else would be good at this? So I spoke with Tracy of the Grocery Girls, who we love the Grocery Girls, and they have always been very kind and generous to us. And they very generously said, absolutely, we would love to help you. I am so grateful for that. So they will be there. It feels like it's going to be very social. It's going to be kind of the place to be. Like they're not even going to want to go in after a while. They're going to be like, got my fill.
Well, I'm sitting here plotting how I can go
be outside. I know we're going to be inside. They're going to be outside. So Tracy and Jody of the Grocery Girls are going to join in on the fun for as long as they can be there. There's no time limit. There, whatever they can do. And same with Melissa. And then last but not least, we have Amber, the yarn hoarder, who has, again, graciously, originally she was going to help with the Sucra booth. And I think we're going to pull her away from that and see if, she said she would also be willing to be outside so people could chat with her. And it's going to be super cool. So my piece of advice is, if you are a golfer or your husband is a golfer or your significant other is a golfer, those golf seats, those pole things that you can hold them in one hand and then they open up.
Mm-hmm.
Bring a golf seat with you. You can sit down, bring your knitting, which, everyone will have their knitting, which will be amazing. Yeah, and then Molly's going to be, we have so many fantastic people that are going to be there. Molly's going to be there with us. I don't know where she will be. Sophia is helping with Sucra. We've had other people that have offered their help, which has been amazing. So I think, and bring an umbrella if it rains, because the fun will still be there, even if it's raining. Please, God, don't let it rain. We're going to have some heavy-duty editing to do. Twice. That's a first.
We've never had it twice in one.
We've never had it twice. There will be some heavy editing. Yeah. Anyway, so we talked about that. So we're going to have some fun line management going on, and I think it's going to work. And okay, so there's two other points. Parking is going to be an issue. Parking is always an issue at Rhinebeck. It's funny because this was my first thought, and somebody said it on Periscope this morning, is Ubers, Uber in. I don't think there's going to be enough Ubers in the world to do that. But if anyone is an Uber driver and is listening, you could make a fortune that day. A fortune. It is an option if you can get an Uber. It may cost you a fortune though. But if you are within walking distance, I would encourage you to walk. If you have a friend that is renting a house within walking distance, I would encourage you to go to the house and then walk. It's going to be an issue. It's always an issue in Rhinebeck. There's not going to be enough parking. So we're all going to have to be super creative in that sense. And the last thing we talked about, and this is like a weird subject, but like, how can we keep our lines moving? We're all going to have a charge line and a cash line. Andy and I are going to do that. And we are so grateful to Justin and Dad to be helping us in that area. The cash line is always going to move faster. It just is. It's a fact. So if that works for you, that will be faster. Having said that, we are taking charge cards no matter what. So it's not like we'd prefer one or the other. We're just saying that line might move a little quicker. Those are our 3 tips of the day for maneuvering around needles up. We're so excited about it.
Yeah. It's making Rhinebeck is so much like Christmas morning anyway for a knitter, but like being a part of this and knowing that so many great people are going to be there and like we're going to see all of you guys, like it's making it so much more exciting, which it's hard to believe that that's even possible.
It's so exciting. And it's funny because it's just an airplane.
Oh, I thought Jake started mowing the lawn or something. I was like,
no. It obviously has created a tremendous amount of work, and it's been a lot of work to create this event, but it is the most exciting work I've done. The most exciting work. And then having Andy and you, it's just like the collaboration has been amazing. It's so exciting. So having said that, there's one final piece to Needles Up that is so exciting.
Do I know about it? Oh, yes.
So for any of you who are feeling very sad, I would be too, about not being able to go to Rhinebeck because you're farther away or time of year is difficult, we are bringing Needles Up to Maryland Sheep and Wool. We are so excited about this. We've secured the place. It is the Friday night before Maryland Sheep and Wool. I can't wait because I've never been to Maryland Sheep and Wool. All of our vendors are coming with us. I heard from Amy Beth today. She was the last one I was waiting on, and they are all so excited to be coming along with us. I feel like we have a Needles Up family.
I know.
We're so excited. It is going to be bigger. The venue itself is going to hold more people. That doesn't mean we're going to have more vendors. We want to have more space for you guys. And that also means our VIP hour will be able to be bigger than this VIP hour, which is making us very happy because this one had to be managed at a much lower number. It just had to be because we need it that way. So Needles Up, Needles Up, Needles Up. Holy cow.
Needles Up.
Needles Up. And last but not least, the swag is there if you want it.
Yeah, yep. We have our tote bags, t-shirts, mugs.
A lot of people have grabbed their tote bags. I keep getting messages. It makes me it's going to be so fun seeing those all around Rhinebeck.
I know. And I love my tote bag. Like, I'm using it as a project bag for my Penguono right now. And it's like, it's so heavy. But like, so this is for anybody that hasn't seen them before.
I love them.
They're huge and they're so amazing. Like, there's, I kid you not, probably 18 skeins of yarn in there right now.
And I'm using mine for my ice shanty, and that yarn there's a ton of because it made a ball this big. So yeah.
But
Yeah.
we should say, and we've said this every other time too, it's only available online. You cannot purchase that at the event. So if
Yes.
you want it, go to the website and scroll all the way down and you'll see the swag.
Yes. And when we do Needles Up Maryland, it will be different.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, we will have different swag for that too. So the excitement around this is so exciting for us. It's so exciting when I hear people that are getting like all excited about it. It's like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I have to pinch myself.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just so cool. And the support we've gotten has been amazing. And we're so grateful for it. So grateful for it. So yeah.
I feel like those are all of our updates.
The last thing is there's a chance we will have a Christmas update and we will let you know. If I can get all the needles up work done and you can get all of it done, then we will throw a Christmas update in there. And it's looking good.
Yeah. So, and that would be before Needles Up.
Before Needles Up. Because once it's over, we're going to disappear for a while.
Right.
We have a baby to prepare for.
That'll be the last month, the last full month.
Yeah, we come home to a baby shower at the beginning of November. Then Dad and I go to St. Croix. Who are we? I feel like I'm literally going to lay on the beach with knitting and a stack of books and say, where are we going for dinner? And jumping in the water.
That sounds so amazing.
So amazing. And then it's Thanksgiving. And then we have another baby shower in December, not for you, for Ashley. And then we have Christmas. And then you're having the baby. Oh my gosh.
So today, the original due date that I was given was January 17th. And then today, based on what they were seeing in the measurements and everything, now they're projecting closer to the 12th. So, yeah.
They're closing in. And then I'll have to come up when you have the baby. So there might not be a lot of yarn dyeing going on for a couple months there. Priorities are very important.
Very important.
Very important. And baby wins every time.
Every time.
Every time. So yeah. So, but having said that, I am pumping it out right now in order to make up for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I don't know. Do you have anything that you're like watching on TV that you really like, or a book that you're reading that you really like, or?
I've got nothing. I started watching The Good Place over.
Me too.
I love it.
So good.
I love it. I think it's the cutest show ever.
The show we're talking about just got released onto Netflix. I believe it was a Hulu. Was it a Hulu show before? No,
it's a network show.
So Justin just said it was it's an NBC show so we watched it through Hulu, which is why I was thinking that. But it's called The Good Place, like Mom said. It has Kristen Bell in it, Ted Danson. I think those are the two really big names.
I think so too. It's so clever.
It's clever. It's like, it's hilarious. It's cute. It's like feel good. It's great. The Good Place. You should definitely, it's on Netflix now. It's on Hulu, I know. If you can find it, if you have, definitely watch it. It's great knitting material.
I think Ted Danson is just an amazing actor because he can pull off anything. And Kristen Bell, there is no one better than Kristen Bell.
I adore her.
Honestly, she is perfection.
I know. I totally agree with you.
She's smart. She's funny. She's beautiful. She's hilarious in this.
Uh-huh. Oh, she's great. And I love, so this isn't giving anything away, but like she can't swear. So every time she wants to say the F word, it comes out fork.
Fork.
So she'll be like, what the fork? You know I'm forking trying to say fork. Like, but the way she says it, it's so believable that it's just being like replaced in her mouth without her knowing it. It's crazy.
It's hysterical. And I love to get to her bedroom or her bed area. There's no stairs, just like jump up. I love that show. I love it. I think my two favorite new comedies are that and Superstore is one of my favorites. I cannot wait for Superstore to come back.
That's another one of Justin and my favorites too. It's another like lighthearted, funny, great cast.
They're both comfort shows. There's something about them that you just go, ah.
Because the cast becomes your family too. Like it's one of those shows where you just like feel like you know them inside and out, and you're just like, we love Superstore.
It makes me want to work at Walmart.
I know.
Let's just say that out loud.
No.
Maybe it looks so fun. It looks fun.
Well, and America Ferrera is in it, who is just amazing. Yeah.
I love her. And I feel like I'm watching Allie, your friend Allie, because she was her double for a while. And I really feel like that is a piece of it for me. I honestly feel like I'm watching Allie.
I know.
It's so weird. Mm-hmm. It's so weird. But yeah, I love it. And Game of Thrones, we can't talk about.
We haven't talked about yet.
No, we can't talk about it here, but I never even watched. Like, I half watched until this season, and now I'm like the biggest fan ever. It's ridiculous.
Do you want to know what I was wondering, though? Because I was thinking about this. I wonder, so right now, the creators of HBO are writing the show. It's not going based off of the books because the new book hasn't come out yet. So I wonder if having Hollywood writers write it is making it more relatable. I mean,
I know what you're saying. It's not as, so I did not know that. I think, honestly, the only time I looked up, because I always knew people were getting chopped up and maimed and tortured by the sound, so I couldn't look. But I really believe for all those years, I was just waiting for the dragons and waiting for Khaleesi.
Oh, that's what we've all been waiting for.
That's what I've been waiting for. And now that that's what it's all about, it's like, and it's over. I almost said I can't wait till Sunday, but it's over.
It's over, and like there's no promise of the next startup date. It could take them 2 years to get back to it.
I thought they were, that's disheartening.
Pretty sure they don't have a set date yet.
I think it's so brilliant how they created this conflict between, do they call them kingdoms?
Yeah.
And not only does that exist, but there's zombies involved. You've touched on everything for me.
They've got it all.
It's brilliant. I never really knew there were zombies involved. I half paid attention. Like Andy would be like, so you know when they had that part about the babies and all their eyes turned blue? It's like, nope, never watched it then. Nope, don't know anything about that part.
You should try and go back and watch it.
I'm going to.
You might be more invested now that you know a little bit.
I'm going to, and I'm tempted to not start at the beginning. I'm tempted to go backwards. Go last season, then the one before. I think that would be better.
I mean, Star Wars does it. You can certainly do it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's terrific.
We
gotta go.
We do. I would say I have one more recommendation.
One more.
So You Think You Can Dance. I'm obsessed, and I'm so excited because right when we're done with this, I'm turning it on because I watched through Hulu, so it's a 2-day delay. I love that show so much. It's just good. It's just good.
Does it make you want to dance?
I have been, and I don't know what it is, but ever since I got pregnant, I have been itching to be dancing again. Mm-hmm. What it is?
That is the piece of it, I think, for you. Like, you know good dance from bad dance. You know talent from no talent. I even feel like watching you, I know a good dancer and a bad dancer after watching all those years and being aware, but oh my gosh, I think it would be very hard for me to watch it because it would bring back all your dance days for me. And I love those days. Yeah. It might hurt my heart a little to watch.
It does. It honestly, it does. But and I keep telling myself I'm still very young and my career path is not anywhere near complete or laid out. So I keep reassuring myself that it's not gone. I just need to find, You just need to find a studio up there or a company or just to get back into it. Mm-hmm. Didn't you say there was one down the street? I thought there was one that you were like, yeah, I got to check that out. There's a dance studio. I think it's a little introductory. I don't know.
That's the hard part. At the level you're at, you have to be more like within a community dance. You know what I mean? Like a semi-professional, like a
Well,
dance theater or something like that.
I've even toyed around with the idea. We have one studio at our work that's, if there's a class not going on, like at night or something, like I can go in and swipe in and use it. So I've even thought about like kind of dabbling in choreography again and like filming it and seeing how I can incorporate it in different ways. But, obviously I don't know when that will happen, but it's something that's been in the back of my mind a lot recently.
So funny. Oh my gosh. I would kill to see you dance again. And I think it's so sad that Justin never saw you dance.
Oh, I know.
Such a part of you that he's never seen, and I think it's such a huge part of you. Yeah.
So we'll see. But anyway, if anybody can appreciate dance or enjoys watching people dance, I highly recommend that show.
You said it's a terrific season. I'm gonna have to look at it. I used to love watching that show with you.
And I mean, honestly, it's gone down a little bit since the first seasons. Just a little bit. Only, and I can't even put my finger on why, but Travis Wall, who I don't know if you remember him, but
I remember his name.
He's like an Emmy winner now. Like he has just skyrocketed. And anytime there's a dance that he choreographed on the show, it takes your breath away and it makes you want to cry. It's so beautiful. And there are a few choreographers like that, but he's just really the one where if you hear his name, get ready for a really awesome dance.
I'm going to be tempted now. I'll have to do that while I'm dying. That would be fun while I'm dying.
You could even do it. They have a YouTube channel where it's just the dances, like without all the filler, without all the judges if you don't like that part, like, and it'll just go through every episode, just the dances one after another.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah. But anyway.
All right, it's getting dark.
We got to go.
It's 7:15 and it's getting dark. That's really sad.
I love the fall. I'm so ready.
I'm not.
It does make podcasting harder, though.
It does. It's going to cramp our style. We're going to have to be like, we can do it. It's no big deal.
We got it. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for spending some time with us today. And I didn't say this at the beginning, but for all of our new viewers, welcome. We really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to head down and give us a thumbs up or subscribe or just leave a comment letting us know what you thought. And for all of our returning viewers, hello. It was so great spending time with you. Thank you for coming back. And yeah, until next time, keep those needles moving. And like we always say,
Needles up.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.